Ang surprise is, if you get to convince people to retire in the Philippines, you will get something for yourself in the amount of $500 for every person that you convince to retire in the Philippines.
The Philippine Retirement Authority launched its Love to Live in the Philippines campaign in Hong Kong.
It confirms the fact that our country is the #1 source of caregivers, the #1 source of nurses. It just goes to show how well we take care of the senior citizens. So it's your way of inviting them to be in the Philippines, but at the same time, you make something for yourself. What we offer, it is called the SRRV, Special Resident Retirees Visa.
So ang mandato po ng PRA is i-promote ang Pilipinas na maging preferred destination ang Philippines, not only for tourism but for the Philippines to be able to welcome foreigners na mag-stay permanently sa Philippines kung gustuhin nila. So they will be able to find a second home or a second residence in the Philippines. So the pathway, the program, gaya ng nabanggit po ni GM Bob, is the Special Resident Retirees Visa, or what is more popularly known as SRRV. So ang category po niya, marami pong visa categories ang ini-issue ng immigration. Ang category po ng SRRV ay Special Non-Immigrant. So ang natatatak po sa passports ng mga foreigners na to ay Special Non-Immigrant na issue ng PRA. So ano po ang benepisyo ng visa na to sa kanila? Ilalabas ko na pong lahat. So when they get this visa, meron na po silang option to stay permanent in the Philippines. So parang ano na sila, although they don't give up their nationality, hindi nila give up yung passport nila, they don't become citizen, ang status nila is permanent. With that, they are able to come in and out, multiple entry and indefinite stay po yung benefit nun. And may mga exemptions po yun, gaya ng hindi na nila kailangan humanap or mag-seek ng renewal ng ACR card na required yun for all foreigners. So with this visa, ito na lang yung main ID that they will ever use pag nasa Pilipinas sila. And so, ang mga benefits pa nito is may exemption na yung travel tax. Alam niyo po yung 1,620 na binabayad natin sa tickets. If you are on a business class, it's 2,000. Hindi po sila kasali doon provided they are traveling within less than a year sa atin. So pagka sila ay frequent traveler, naano po na nito, na na-enjoy nila to talaga. So, daig pa nila tayo, lamang sila sa atin on that part. Tapos, meron silang one-time na exemption sa custom duties and taxes. If they decide to settle na, they find a permanent address na sa Pilipinas, meron silang one-time na tax exemption for bringing in their personal effects. Wag lang pong sasakyan, hindi lang po kabilang ang any motorized vehicle. So, yung mga furniture, yung mga fixtures nila na may sentimental value sa kanila, if they send it to the Philippines, tax-free po yun, one time, basta worth 7,000 yung value ng padala. And then, ang maganda po is they can also automatically bring in dependents with them. Kasi syempre, if these people choosing the Philippines as a second home would be mga elderly na sila, they would bring in their spouses, their children. Pwede pong automatic magsama ng dalawa. So, ang qualified applicant, ito po. So, former Filipinos, welcome din po dito, yung mga kababayan natin na nag-citizen na abroad, at saka mga foreign nationals. So, ang edad po na requirement is 50 years old dapat, hindi po ito pang bagets. 50 years old and above, gaya po nung nabanggit ko, dapat pwede siyang automatic magsama ng dalawang dependent, spouse and a child, or 2 children kung siya ay single. Basta po yung bata, yung anak na isasama ay below 21 years old. So, basic pong requirements, ito po yung nakalista sa inyo. The passport, of course, has to be presented. May mga application forms po na i-fill out. Ang medical clearance po, kailangan natin ma-check sila na they are fit to retire in the Philippines. Tapos syempre, ayaw nating may mga problematic tayong foreigners na masasali sa programa. So we check their background through police clearance and NBI clearance. We need photos, and for the dependents that they will declare, kailangan i-prove nila na sila ay talagang married at sila ay mga anak ng kanilang mga principal members or applicants. So meron pong one-time fee na $1,400. Ito isang beses lang po nila binabayaran pagka nag-submit na sila ng requirements. That's $1,400 for the main applicant and $300 po para sa dependent na sumasali. And then there is an annual fee na $360 kasi itong annual fee na po ito po yung nag-allow sa amin na ma-monitor kung sila ay nasa atin pa, ano na ang status at kalagayan nila pag nasa Pilipinas sila. And then, ang main requirement po is, hindi po syempre tayo nag-a-attract lang ng mga foreigners na walang financial capacity. So, kailangan po, meron silang visa deposit requirement. So, under this program, may dalawa pong categories. Isang classic at isang courtesy. Doon po muna tayo sa classic. With the classic, yun pong visa deposit requirement na binanggit ko, kung hindi pa po sila pensioner, ibig sabihin sila ay hindi pa nagre-retire, hindi pa nag-retire, maaaring nag-retire na pero hindi pa nagtatanggap ng pension, $20,000 po yung required na visa deposit na kailangan nilang i-remit papunta sa accredited bank natin sa Pilipinas. And then, ito pong pera na to, na visa deposit, ito po ay hindi nila bayad sa PRA. This is a visa deposit compliance. Pera nila to na ipinapakitang ito yung magiging bond nila for keeping the status ng permanency sa Pilipinas. So ngayon, kung sila po ay pensionado na, ang required po na visa deposit na lang ay na-reduce ng 10,000. But they have to show proof na sila ay tumatanggap ng monthly pension ng $800 or $1,000 per month. Yung pong 800 is pag mag-isa lang siya. Pero pagka sila ay couple, $1,000 po yung kailangan ipakita. So ito pong halaga na to, this visa deposit compliance bond na to, ito po ay maaari nilang i-maintain lang sa bangko. Again, pera po kasi nila to. So maaari nilang i-maintain lang sa bangko. Maaari din po nilang i-pull out, i-withdraw para ipambili ng condominium sa Pilipinas. Dahil ang mga foreigners po ay hindi allowed to own land. Di ba? Hindi po sila allowed mag-ari ng lupa. So ang 100% lang po nilang ma-own ay through a condominium title. Siguro, meron po tayo mga kaibigan from SMTC at saka mga ibang developers. So yun po mga ganong condominium titles, maaari po nalang i-own 100%. So ito naman pong courtesy, another category ng visa ng SRB. Ito naman po ay nagwe-welcome doon sa mga former Filipinos na yung nag-citizen ng so as a way of welcoming them back. Kasali po sila sa programa. And of course, yun pong mga retired ambassadors at saka yung po mga nagtrabaho sa mga international organizations gaya ng World Health, UN, yan, ADB, yan po mga ganyang officials. Pag sila po ay nakaisip pumunta ng Pilipinas, maaari po silang mag-join through this program. Tapos in-expand po natin sila to welcome retired armed forces officers and honorary consuls. Mapansin niyo po ang visa deposit mababa kasi ito nga po yung way of welcoming them in a courteous fashion. So 1,500 lang po. Binaba yung 10, 20 to 1,500 lang. Tapos ito po yung ating accredited banks na nandito. Si BDO po is nandito, sir. Sir Joel. So PNB, Union Bank. BDO has a long-serving presence sa Hong Kong, Shinhan, kasi may mga by nationality, naghahanap sila ng local bank like Shinhan. sa Korean bank, Chinese bank, Korean yung KEB Hana. Ayun. Tapos, ito po yung nasa taas, ito po yung mga accredited commercial banks ng PRA. Yung DBB po, yun yung government bank ng PRA. Ano po yung diferensya? Yun po mga commercial banks, pag sila po ay dito nag-deposit, nakapangalan po sa kanila yung kanilang visa deposit. Sa accredited, sa DBB po, pag sa Development Bank of the Philippines, ang ginagamit po nitong channel ay yung corporate account ng PRA, naka-umbrella account po sa PRA yung deposit nila, tapos naka-earmark yung pangalan ng retiree para po for ease of remittance. So, either way, pwede po silang mag-choose. So, ang obligasyon nila, of course, dahil sila ay magiging part na ng community at society ng Pilipinas, i-renew lang nila yung ID. And then, of course, mag-update sila ng mga information nila, katulad ng mga hinihingi natin sa pag-renew ng IDs, mga NBI clearances na so alam natin na they are still actively and safely part ng community. Meron po sa office na meron kaming servicing division na pagka naging member na sila, meron pong division na nag-aalaga sa kanila, kumbaga. So they have like a hotline or a number na pwede nilang makontak kasi ito yung mga kailangan nilang usual concerns nila when they want to maintain their status. Kung sila ay nandun na halimbawa gusto nilang mag-drive. So may mga servicing officers po kami sa office na nag-assist sa kanila in doing this. So ang restamping po, ito po yung nagkakataon na nag-renew sila ng passport tapos kailangan ilipat yung visa sticker sa passport nila. Ito po yan. Tapos may mga gustong mag-convert. So bumabalik sila sa amin to be facilitated and be assisted kung paano nila gawin na yung pera nila maging properties.
So kaya, if you don't mind, I'd like you to take a picture. Oh, what happened? Not that, the last slide. But you can take a picture of the dollars also if you mind. There. I want you to take a picture because if you have prospects about retirees going, you can easily contact us. You can call us via email or by phone. Okay? Kasi sayang naman yung $500 na kung may ma-refer kayo, sayang din yung $500. Thank you.